It's good to be back. Man, I've missed you guys. Whatever he said at the beginning.
Oh my god! Right off the bat, it's like an endurance. I feel like it's more difficult watching Survivor now than it is to be on Survivor.
Mm. We'd have to ask somebody that's played it and
Mm.
also views the new era. We'll have to ask. But you were supposed to wait your turn. I was gonna say, come on in, guy. Oh,
Oh,
come on
right.
in,
Okay.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Because we
Hey,
could,
don't don't you make assumptions about me. Just because I've got a nice set of cock and balls doesn't mean I'm a guy. Yeah. All right. Listen, Ricard,
right.
this is a different world we live in now, buddy. It's a post-pandemic universe. Ricard has a
I knew you were
pregnant
gonna.
husband at home with
Yep.
with a baby on the way as well as a new adopted baby. All right. So you never know, buddy.
That's why Jeff's asking the question. He wants
It's
to be,
important.
yeah, he wants to be on the right side of history. I thought it was so awkward when he was like, "You see that Twitter? I asked. They said they allowed me to."
Yeah. Respond at Jeff Probst. I probably will never read it.
Yeah, now
I
he's
mean,
Cochran. Now he's giving out his Twitter handle on the show the way Cochran
Jeff
did at
Jeff
the
is
reunion.
is Julie Chen at this point. Like he's
I don't
that
know.
bad.
Was it? It was him you said had the tumor first, right? Well, that wasn't
Oh
even a
no,
Julie
no,
thing. That was a Jeff
Julie
thing.
Julie doesn't have a tumor. Julie has
She's
been
always been that way.
untalented and awful since like moment one of her existence. Okay, but Jeff Probst at one point, and I watch a lot of these reality competition shows. I thought
We're
Jeff
top beasts.
was the standard bearer. Okay, like the first, I don't know, 30 seasons or so. Like
Yeah.
I think he's great, really
The first
great.
few, he's not the best. He really comes into
No, no,
his
no.
own,
It
like
took him a
Amazon.
minute. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is Amazon because I've been rewatching these early seasons,
They're not the
and
best.
yeah, but like Amazon, like I feel like
You used
I've
to
been watching
get like
I've been watching them with Dallas, and like she hasn't even noticed Jeff. But then like on Pearl Islands, like when he got all mad at Austin for quitting,
yeah.
like she was like, "Ooh, Jeff," and I was like,
Well,
"Yeah, it's true."
I remember you used to get on the screen like Ogakor leading. You wouldn't even get Jeff like doing the
Yeah,
commentary on the challenges. It would just say on the lower third who was winning.
yeah.
It sucked.
He started doing that in Thailand, I think.
Why'd you say it? So Thailand.
What Thailand?
I've always heard Thailand.
The land of Thai?
I've never heard anyone say Thailand.
I don't. Who cares?
I mean, nobody cares. I'm just pointing it out. That was weird.
All right. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right. Anyway, so I mean, we could go through it. I started off taking notes like I did on Big Brother, um, but I very quickly stopped because I realized I just wasn't going to be able to. They're
That's fine.
throwing
Don't do it.
so much shit at you,
Especially in
and
the upcoming weeks, we're going to just start doing more episodes.
yeah.
I'll take us through it. Don't even
All
worry.
right. So I wrote down all the players. I was
Yeah, I've
able to
got
do that.
Wikipedia up so I can bring up their jobs and their ages and such, where
Yeah.
they're from.
Okay.
You
That's good.
start with the two that got voted out, or you just want to go by
Whatever you want.
all right, we'll start with the two that got voted out. First was Abraham. I thought his last name, his first name Eric Abraham. I'm
Oh,
not sure I ever knew that. I don't know these people as much as I know the old people,
of
obviously.
course. Of course.
These are just people
I
I once saw and then
This is
disappeared.
ephemera. And by the way, I've seen this episode. Like
Oh wow.
I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of this season
Holy
before
shit.
giving up on Survivor. So like you know, I have now watched episode 1 of season 41 more times than I've seen Survivor Winners at War,
Same.
which is I love that season. So it's insane. Uh,
What do you remember
but
from how far you got, if anything?
I don't remember anything.
You
Like
don't
I
remember
did
anyone that
not.
gets voted out?
No, I rememred some of the characters. I
Shan, you
remembered
probably heard
Shan.
of
I
Shan.
remembered Shan's little music.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, and but like there's very little that I fucking remembered.
Danny, you might remember from the challenge. He played a season of the challenge with Tyson.
I did recognize Danny, and I was like, how do I know this fucking guy?
The challenge. That's it.
Yeah, he was on Challenge USA, right?
I was trying to, yeah, something. I think that's what it was. Yeah, the
I
first
think
one.
so.
I want to say.
Yeah.
When they like fucked everybody at the final, and it was like a weird Sudoku, and then like everyone was like, "What?" But you should know how to do Sudoku. I think.
I what else did I remember
IMHO.
from this? Not
I don't know.
not really much. Shan was like kind of the main one. Like some of them looked familiar to me.
Ricard,
I
do you
was
remember
like,
Ricard?
yeah, I was like, I've seen that guy. I've seen Jeannie. I've seen Evie because I remember thinking she was cute. But like not much.
I have something to say about Evie, which I sort of took me by surprise. I know Evie these days is they them pronouns.
Uh-huh.
On the show, she says to Jeff, I'm saying she because that's apparently what it was back then, which I didn't remember because Evie's the one that raises her hand and says, as a woman, I think it's fine. And I was like,
And
whoa, as a
listen,
woman, I didn't remember that. But
that stuff evolves. That stuff.
I know, I just didn't remember. I thought that was the thing on this season, but apparently not.
Listen, my college girlfriend, first half of college,
Mm-hmm.
she was a she when I dated her,
Yeah.
but now they are such a they them that they have they and them
Whoa.
tattooed on either side of their neck.
Wow.
You know, like
Nobody's making that mistake.
This was not something they ever mentioned when I was in a relationship with them, and we were very, very close and talked a lot about very personal shit.
Right.
I don't know how it happens, but you just you ride with it and you die with it. Bad Boys for Life.
That's why I think that movie Bird is so amazing. Like one experience, her meeting that guy Bird really changed her life. I think it takes just one little experience with one person you don't know 5 minutes ago, and then now you know it. Now your whole life's different. You're like, oh shit, I'm transgender. What?
But I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I mean, okay, so
nobody does.
that person was named Samantha Cook when I knew them, and now they're Sid Branca, and
Wow.
I don't know when that happened. I don't know if it was a gradual process over the course of many years, or if it was a light bulb moment where it was like my life now makes sense. I haven't spoken to them in a long time, but
Yep.
like that sort of thing is really fascinating to me. I just try to respect it the best I can.
Yeah, by making fun of it immediately.
I'm not making fun of it at all.
Immediately, you're like, a Ricard got a pregnant. You're like, immediately. That's him making fun of to me.
No. Listen, there's living your life and there's being a weirdo, and those are two different things.
I don't judge people unless they're like raping people.
I don't even judge them then.
Oh, come on. You really don't. You go watch their new films.
That's right.
All right. Now, anything on Abraham? We didn't even talk about him too much.
He's an old guy.
He tried throwing Tiffany under the bus. Like she forgot the paddle, but then Tiffany had way more friends than he did.
Yeah, totally. He just doesn't seem super likable.
No. And what's
literally
like,
all I mostly wrote like one word down next to their names just so I knew who they were as I was going through. And all I wrote down for Abraham was old.
He's 50, yeah.
Old. That's it.
But his thing, he would like go to Evie and be like, we got to keep the tribe strong and vote out the weak people. Like once Tiffany goes home, who's the next weakest? Evie. Why would Evie want to vote out Tiffany? That's made zeros. Like go to Xander and Liana, maybe. Don't go to Evie. That was so
sad. I mean, it's just as bad as Brad going
Brad's
up
crazy.
to his tribe and being like, so Shan and Evie, I'm thinking it's got to be either Shan or Evie. And they're like, that's us, right?
Yeah. That was like, didn't Russell do that once, like in front of Sandra? Like, I think it should be Sandra. And Boston Rob's like, whoa.
That's one thing to do it in like a group. It was literally like there were 4 people there, and 2 of them were the people he said needed to go. Like, what is even the point of that conversation?
There is no point.
Yeah.
We have Sarah Wilson, who was the second boot, 23 from
Sarah
Boston.
Wilson. Wow, what a normal name.
I know. Sarah with no H.
No H. That's right. I liked her.
Her grandma died. That was very sad.
I was sad she went home the first episode because
I remember crushing on her at the time.
Oh, I don't know that I was crushing, but I definitely found her like compelling. She is cute. But yeah, her grandmother died of COVID. She seemed like a very nice young lady. Like it was like
she didn't seem to ever fit in though. It was sad.
But that's because you know why? It's funny. Like they always used to cast this character archetype in the early seasons of Survivor. This is Colleen. This is Elizabeth. This is Kim Powers. Mm-hmm. This is Nalia. This is
Shauna.
I guess, yeah. This is Michelle. You know, in Pearl Islands.
Oh.
This is a very frequent thing. And they used to fit in because the whole cast is straight white people. So like a cute straight white girl is gonna fit in. Don't even worry about it. They are safe for a few weeks. Mm-hmm. I think the quickest any one of these people ever got voted out was like Dolly in Vanuatu or something. And
it's true though. But now on her tribe, you had like Shan and Ricard and Jeannie, and they were all like looking at him and they're like, "Oh, we want to work together."
Yeah,
vote out Sarah.
She just doesn't fit in, man. So like when you got Ricard, Jeannie, and Shan working together, they're looking at the board and they're like, well, Brad and JD are gonna help us in the challenges.
That's right. Sorry, Sarah. And she's crying about her grandma still.
I was she should have used the new thing.
Shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark.
They told her like she was
You've mentioned the shot in the dark thing, and I didn't realize this was something that was introduced in episode 1 of the new era.
Yeah.
I thought this came up in like season 43 or 44 or something.
Is it fully fleshed out or fully flushed out? What would you say there?
What do you,
I was going to say they had this idea. No, I said flashed and then flushed.
No, fleshed.
Fleshed. Okay.
You're thinking flushed out because you flush out idols on this show.
Oh, and they should flush out the new era down the toilet. Am I right?
Agreed. Fuck the shit.
No. It gets better. It does. I swear to God.
Listen, I gotta say I'm open to it. And
by 45, the show's good.
Okay, great. This episode sucked, but it was also sort of nice to be watching a Survivor season that I didn't know.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like that. It was.
Well, you see it.
All right, they're doing it. Yeah, I know, but I was thinking like I didn't finish this season. We'll see what happens. Then there's like a whole bunch of other seasons I haven't watched. It's not the Survivor I want. Like to me, this is a different show similar to Survivor. And
that's just how you have to view it.
This is the first episode of it. And so like I guess that is how you have to view it. Like I never really thought about it that way. I was just sort of like the show jumped the shark and got bad. But like
I've been telling you for years, you just watch it differently.
I know, but like that's a challenge for me because I love continuity and I love tracing the evolution of television programs, whether they're reality or not. And but something that helped me actually was on the Traitors this season. Carolyn, that's her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said something like, I'm, you know, like these guys are like legends of the field. You know, like Wes has won the challenge a million times. Boston Rob has been on Survivor since season 4. You know, and she said something like, I'm a Survivor player from the new era.
Oh, was that at the reunion?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she was like, I was on the new era of Survivor. That doesn't.
And I was
matter.
like, wow, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you played the new show.
Yeah, it's a new show where we cast Carolyn.
Yeah, it sort of sucks that my show ended. Like I loved Survivor, and I hate that it's not on anymore. But I guess I'm gonna try to get on board
That's
with
what this
whatever
is.
this
We're gonna go
is.
through it and we're gonna see how it goes. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
make it to 40. Carolyn's 44, I believe. So
Mhm.
maybe we'll make it there.
Well, I'd like to
Maybe
get
not.
to 50 because I think there's gonna be like returning players from earlier on that season. I've heard.
There are, yeah. I've done a little bit of math, and four seasons 41 to 49 is only 18% of Survivor. So
Less if you count days played.
right, but I'm talking like just seasons wise. But should there only be 4 people from the new era on the new season? You think they'll do that? Because that's
No,
20%. Unless
I
they make it
think
a bigger cast, which I think they might do.
I think there should be more. And I don't say this because I want there to be more. Like, I would love nothing more if like they put Shane Powers on there or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think every All-Star season has to like represent the latest era of Survivor. Like I've always liked that on the first fans
50.
versus favorites season, like they didn't put like a bunch of people from the early seasons on. It was mostly people from like 10
China.
to 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I appreciate
But
that.
50, I want the whole thing. I don't want half from the new era or
Depends what
even
the theme is.
40% from the new
Depends what
era.
the like winners at war. I want everything.
Yeah, there is a thing this season where we're voting on stuff. We're voting like what are the colors of the tribes. I'm not sure if we're voting on the starting tribes, but we are voting on a lot of stuff. So I'm not
You know
sure.
what? Producers, make your own decisions.
I agree.
This country, this world, humanity is incredibly, deeply stupid. Okay,
We don't need the public's
we
opinion.
just elected Donald Trump as the president for a second time. All right, don't let us choose shit. All right, you've been doing this show since day one. It's been a hit. People love it. It's won Emmys and shit. Just make the show.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty weak too when I learned about this. I haven't even voted. I might not vote. But I think every week or every month they're putting out new things to vote on.
So
But
dumb.
I
I mean, Second Chance was a fun idea, but like,
think that's all we should vote on the cast. I don't want to vote on production shit. I just want to vote on the
no.
who's on the show. They had it right.
Should we do Redemption Island? Is that what we're really gonna vote on shit like that?
I think maybe like should there be Redemption Island or Island of the Idols? Pick one.
Oh,
Pick your poison.
neither. Fucking
Pick your
neither.
poison. I think they're gonna do that though. Like we want these people on. What's the better way to do it? You guys
I
decide.
guess Red Eye.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree.
Yeah.
We'll go through Abraham's tribe though.
Okay.
Alphabetical order. He's on the Yasa tribe, the yellow tribe. We have Evie next up. Okay, she's 28, a PhD student.
Oh, right. She at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, how should I do it? I'll just
No,
Okay.
go with what they
that
are.
really took me by surprise.
Yeah.
When that happened. Anyway, but yeah, Evie. What do you think about Evie? You say you like Evie.
Yeah, I would.
All right, we don't. Well, the player, not like
I'd make out with
sexually
her.
behind closed doors.
Yeah, I'd let her touch my dick.
Okay.
But I as a player,
I mean, we've had.
it's hard. I don't know. It's one episode.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's Evie.
I'm just giving you my immediate reactions is that I like her as a person.
And you let her touch.
I think she's funny, and if I was in the mood around her, I'd be able to get a boner from her.
So if you were around her, you would get a boner. Okay.
Right.
Next up, Liana. Her last name Evie Jagoda. All right.
Interesting.
Liana Wallace is next up. She's 20 from Washington, D.C. She's a college student. What do you think about Liana Wallace? Boring.
It made no impression on me whatsoever.
That's sort of crazy. I disagree. I guess I don't want to say too much, but I like Liana. She seemed like she was really trying hard to like make a lot of faces though, which I don't always love. But she was like trying to get the gifts out there.
Yeah.
Next up, Tiffany, almost the first boot, but we voted on Abraham. She's 47 from Plainview, New York. She's a teacher.
Oh, that's Long Island.
Oh, very cool.
She's a
Pre-Vivor. Yeah, that was scary. I'm not sure I knew about that.
That was an incredible story.
Yeah, now she wants to turn it into Survivor.
I don't always love this, like the hearts pulling tugging on the heartstring tales.
Mm-hmm.
But if something's compelling, I'll go with it.
Of course.
I don't mind the stuff like where we're seeing them off island, like we're getting little shots of them
I
and
don't
they're
love that.
realized. I don't love it. Like I don't think I would choose it, but I feel like that annoyed the shit out of me the first time I watched this, and I've softened on it a little bit.
That's like
Um,
made me not want to go on the show, honestly. It's like all the stuff they do about like back home and like tell us about your family. Like, I don't want
yeah,
to.
fair enough, man. This one
Same with Big
girl,
Brother.
they got up to hometowns on Bachelor this season,
Yeah.
and she like her parents didn't like that she was on The Bachelor, so she just decided not to invite them on the hometown.
Wow.
And I think it really affected her relationship with the guy. Like he was really put off by that, and she went home that week.
Damn. Sometimes people aren't close with their parents. I remember
Yeah,
though that guy Dean, his parents had like a weird religion.
I loved that. Dean went home to his family, and his like
They were
dad
praying.
lived in a trailer and was like a maniac.
Yeah, they like walk in and he's like on his knees praying, and he's like, "Oh, wait, let me get this up off the ground." It's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
One of the girls this season is Mormon,
Hmm.
and the Bachelor, this dude Grant, you could tell like he knows nothing about Mormonism. He's like
Hmm.
never even heard of, like he knows that that's a thing. I guess there's a religion called Mormonism, but like he doesn't know anything about it, and so it's so weird watching him navigate that.
Yeah. You ever see Love Is Blind?
No, I've heard good
Uh,
things though.
there's a clip floating around where a girl left the guy because he was like pretty religious, and he was like, he believed all lives matter.
Yeah, didn't I wasn't that like this latest season?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty
I
viral.
thought that was pretty baller. I
Yeah.
liked that. All right, so
You should
anyway,
leave
we're
people like that. They don't deserve to be
oh yeah,
happy with.
no, you need your values need to align if you're gonna be
Absolutely.
with
And so I
somebody.
saw like comments were like, "You're really gonna leave somebody because they don't believe?" It's like, yeah. Well, how are you gonna live your entire
No,
life?
one
Like,
hundred. I like you can argue that like you should be able to be friends with people from across the aisle or
that's your
whatever,
life, though.
but
You
like
wake up every
your
day.
life
You're
partner,
suffocated by
you
lies.
really need to have this similar belief systems.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing that should matter, basically. I guess being attracted to somebody. Uh,
Yeah.
Xander next up, not Alex or Alexander. He's going by Xander. And in my notes the whole time I wrote X like I do with Xander from Buffy. I just write X
Oh wow.
because
Like Xavier from Big Brother.
I guess, but nobody else has X on either show, so I just write X.
He's a pretty boy.
Pretty boy, he's 20, very young. I'm not sure if I should tell you anything about Xander or not until
What?
after. It's very interesting. I think I should wait. From Chicago,
No,
Illinois. You guys should tell you now.
I want to know.
First of all, he's an app developer. I'm not. Maybe we'll learn about what he develops as the season goes on. He dates somebody, former survivor. All right,
Who?
that you know
Who?
from the old era.
Who?
Initials AB.
Abby
Anything?
Maria? No, wait, that's not AB. Um.
That was hilarious.
AB. What season?
Originally, she's been on
Yeah.
multiple seasons. Redemption Island, I think.
Redemption Island. And she's been on multiple seasons?
Multiple seasons. Came back for Caramoan, and then was on
Caramoan.
and then was on what's the one?
Oh,
Game Changers.
that girl. The blonde girl. What the hell is her name?
Andrea Belke.
Andrea Belke.
Xander goes on to date
I've been
Andrea.
out of the Survivor world for a while. I forgot Andrea Belke.
I don't believe they're still together.
She swiped left on me on a dating app at some point.
You say this always like you know, but you don't know they swipe left. You just know they don't swipe right.
That's right.
They could have never seen you. She could have started dating Xander and got off the app.
Do you want to know all the Survivor players I've seen on dating apps?
Of Courtney, Eliza,
Uh-huh. Andrea Belke.
Victoria,
Who's Victoria?
the redhead from like
Victoria
Island of the Idols.
Bemondi.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know those three. Who
Saw
else?
her multiple times.
I
Super
would
liked her
cast her.
once.
I've thought about my cast for Survivor 50. She's on
Mhm.
it. I would flat out put her on the cast. She was screwed
Wow.
over that
Yeah,
season.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she was great.
Um, who else?
Yeah, who else?
Ashley Mazzaro, who's dead now.
Oh yeah.
And like one other girl. And the one I'm thinking of, I recently saw that she got married.
Really?
And the dude she was with, I was like, he's not that much better than me.
I don't know who got married recently.
Maybe I'm thinking of Victoria.
No, she's not married.
She's not.
I don't believe so. I'm
Hmm.
still holding out hope for that one. I like Victoria.
I do too.
Oh, we're in a competition for Victoria.
Yep. No, but listen, I already know. You haven't gotten the swipe left yet. So
I've talked to her a few times on Twitter, though.
Oh, look at you.
I don't think she remembers that. All right, so that was Xander, and then this guy Voce, who's
I used to DM with Sugar. I thought I had a shot at one point.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but then she got pregnant.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Damn. Voce again, who's a last name. We had Abraham and Voce on the same tribe go by their last name. His first name is David Voce from Chicago, neurosurgeon.
Yeah, it looks like Johnny Galecki.
I can see that. Yeah. I sort of liked him. I like the part on the boat at the beginning where he starts going up the ladder, like where Jeff is to look for the ore.
No,
Jeff...
I promise it's not up here.
I promise,
Go away
man.
From me.
That was hilarious. All right, there's Voce.
He's all right. He reminds me of like Jim Rice or something.
I can see that too. Yeah, great call. Next tribe will go Ua. They lost Sarah, and then we'll start with Brad alphabetically.
Brad,
he's 49 from Shawnee, Wyoming. Wyoming. He's a rancher, of course.
Yeah, he's a rancher. He reminded me of that dude who gets voted out first in the Marquesas.
I don't
Peter.
Remember. Peter. All right.
Remember the holes?
Not really. Sorry.
All right, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, he seems like a crazy person. I don't know.
He does, yeah. Next up is Jeannie Chen. I liked her. 46.
Jeannie Chen, really?
Yeah, from Portland, Oregon.
Jeannie Chen Moonvi?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
She was gay, right? She's like I'm lesbian.
Yes. She's married to a lady, and her mom gave her a ring to give to the lady, and then they showed a picture, and it's like a very attractive woman. I was like, wow. Good pull, Jeannie. Well done.
I saw that and was like, that's Daniel's type right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Jeannie. She's cool.
I like her so far too. Yeah.
Let's hope they don't lose more challenges because she might get voted out. She doesn't seem like she'd be great in the challenges. But aside from that, then we have JD, 20 from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, college student. He started out a nerd and then he started watching Ozzy and Woo and he became cool.
You know what's funny? I wrote stuff down next to Woo. We got to see a Woo clip in that episode.
Jumping over something.
I wrote down in my notes some stuff for JD. I wrote down really fast and messy. Okay, so I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it says Tracy Chapman.
Okay,
I was like, why did I write down Tracy Chapman? Track champion.
Whoa, how do you get there from that?
I don't know, but so anyway, he's like a super fan of the show. He's very young. He says he was born in 2001
after it started. He said younger than Survivor.
Whatever. And he I don't know, he got bullied growing up. He had braces and shit.
Yeah,
he's really into Survivor.
He tried spitting game with Shan. He was like, "I'm a."
He did.
And Shan was like, "Yeah, I bet you are." And he made fire. That was cool for him.
Yeah, that's true. Really fast.
But with Flint, like that's not that impressive. Like they used to have to make fire on day one, like rubbing sticks together.
I know.
And then that was impressive. And
I know. Like, Jeff comes in going like, "This is going to be the hardest season ever." And then
they won the challenge on the boat at the beginning, so they earned Flint. It's fine. But to celebrate the way he did, I thought was pretty crazy. Anyway,
I
next,
made fire on Survivor.
yeah, I like his voice. He does have that kind of voice.
Mm.
Ricard is next. We sort of talked about him. 31. What's WA?
Washington? Oh, that's the you're trying to ask me
From
states?
Sedro Woolley, Washington.
Okay,
Flight
yeah,
attendant.
Washington State.
Maybe we'll follow in the footsteps of Todd. Flight
Oh
attendant.
wow, a
right?
flight attendant winner. Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
and then maybe he'll go on Dr. Phil.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it Todd who said "Cash me outside"? How about? Oh no, that was somebody else.
And then maybe he'll start making really ugly looking custom Funko Pops.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that era of Todd's life.
Era?
Oh,
it's still happening. I follow Todd on Instagram. It's all he posts.
Oh, someone could say that about this podcast though. Era, they're still doing that fucking podcast.
Our show has definitely had eras.
Oh yeah,
right now, arguably we're in our eras era.
How so?
Because we just covered Taylor Swift's The Eras tour.
I thought we're in our Survivor era. We just moved on to Survivor, the new era.
All right, whatever.
Ricard Foy is his last name. Foy, Foye, with the little thing at the top. That's pretty cool.
My microphone's being weird.
Oh man. Next up after Ricard was
no, come on, give me a second.
Oh, you had more to say on Ricard?
Not necessarily, but my microphone.
Well, I was gonna talk, and then like by the time you got done, it would be over. I wouldn't have to edit anything.
Okay, keep going.
I thought that'd be the way to go. Sarah, it's still not working. Sarah, we said everything. Shan is last. She's a pastor, but she's like a gangster pastor, whatever she said.
Yeah, she's hot. I'll say that.
Okay.
But, I immediately lose all respect for someone when I find out they're a pastor.
Well, she, spoiler alert, was a pastor.
That's not surprising.
She takes her Survivor fame to TikTok to become an influencer after the season.
Yeah, I think I remember. I
that was a big thing about
reading an article about how reality stars they just all do that immediately now, and she was mentioned in that article, how Gabby was like a nurse when she was on The Bachelor, and now she's just has a podcast.
I didn't know that. I don't think.
Yeah, it's called Long Winded.
Well, what's Cirie? Is Cirie still nurse?
I think she does. Yeah, I really respect that.
She's won Traitors shows
now. And then go back to your life.
Right.
But I mean, I guess I also respect it. I have to just if you don't want to work, because I don't want to fucking work.
Of course.
And if I could just make some money doing a lot of old rope, just fucking endorsement deals and bullshit, I probably
it's more jealousy though. I hate these people, but I'm more freaking jealous of them.
It's not that I'm jealous, although I am.
I am of some of them.
It's more that I don't find them relatable anymore, and that's part of the appeal of reality television to me, is that they're real people.
Right. I like the reality people that instead of doing that, they go on just more shows like Parvati, who just keep going on reality shows.
That's fine, but not everybody can do that. That's a special breed of reality.
Of course,
star. That's a Parvati. That's a Boston Rob. That's a Johnny Bananas. That's a Wes Bergman.
Yeah,
that you have to be really good. Yeah. They have to know you're gonna bring it every time.
Yeah, it's a different kind. That's that's it from UA, and then we'll move on to Luvu. We have Danny first, former NFL player, played for the Cowboys. I think I want to say he was a safety, ex-NFL player. It says he's 33. Anything on Danny? That was crazy when they were looking for the idols.
Point. You get 2 points for a safety.
That's true.
But I was gonna say that's the only thing you could get 2 points for, but then I remembered the 2-point conversion.
Right, it's true too. But he is a safety in the sense where if he scores points, it would most likely be a pick six. He would get an interception and then run it into the end zone, which would be just 6 points. So Danny's out there scoring 6 points, possibly. I'd like to see his highlight tape. But anyway, I like Danny and Deshaun looking for the idol during their challenge, and Nasir came up hey, those guys were missing. That was funny.
Nasir sucks.
Why? I thought that was good for him.
Were they looking for idols?
They were gone. They were like off in the woods.
Yeah, I know.
And they were looking for like they said, like may as well look for your idols.
Yeah, I guess it was a little fucked up though. But anyway, Danny, I don't know. He comes across really likable. I liked him on the challenge. Didn't he do really well on the challenge? Like he won or something, or came in second?
That's a good question, honestly. Did he win?
I think he was definitely in the final.
I think. I mean, he was. Honestly, he might have won.
Yeah.
Was it like him and Sarah Lacina? Did Sarah Lacina win that challenge?
Maybe.
That was so weird. Anyway, let us know, guys.
All right. So
there's Danny. And Deshawn's next.
Sarah Lacina, I respect. She goes back. She's a cop. Every so often, someone will post body cam footage on the internet that's like, look, there's Sarah.
Does she... Derek Levasseur is a cop, but he does like cop shows. He's done a few like detective type shows.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
All right. Anyway. Deshawn, I don't know much on him. He did the water thing with Danny. He seems likable.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Erica Kasupanen. She's from Canada.
Each tribe has one person I'd bone. All right. Good. So Evie on Yasa, Shan on blue, and
green.
Sorry,
Erica's on blue.
And Erica on blue.
Okay, so you're not a Heather fan or Sydney? No Sydney fan?
Sydney's
from Brooklyn.
Cute,
she's from Brooklyn.
I know. I found her pretty annoying.
I think that's her appeal.
Maybe
I think that's why she was cast.
Definitely. But like, she's like,
and
she immediately started talking about how she travels to 1 million countries. Like she's been to 49 countries, and that kind of shit is so boring to me.
I hate that.
It's the last thing. Nothing I hate more than being on a date with a girl and having her tell me about the countries she's.
I would talk about the 49 movies I watched last month.
I know.
In June, I watched 49 movies, and it was awesome. My favorite one was Old Boy. I don't know. I said that because you were arguing about that.
And I thought she looked like the one who's dating Hugh Jackman, Sutton Foster.
I didn't know Hugh Jackman had a new love.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman has left his old lady wife, and he's with Sutton Foster, who's like a Broadway star, but has also done some TV.
Okay. Didn't you predict he would now start dating men? Are you disappointed to learn that?
I mean, it's so funny, like to date like a Broadway star. It's sort of like the closest he can get
to a man.
Yeah.
I disagree. I wouldn't like a wrestler.
Maybe he's straight and his interests are just super fucking gay, so he has to date theater girls.
That's just all he knows. It's the women that he's meeting. Shooting The Greatest Showman
he's meeting plenty other people.
I don't know. All
right,
anyway, watch The Greatest Showman.
But I did. I didn't like it.
Oh, you watched it? I didn't know.
You made me watch it.
Okay. Sorry. Anyway,
Sutton
Erica
Foster. That's who she looks like, Sydney. Anyway, but back to Erica. Yeah, she's a cute little Asian girl.
Yeah, and she's from Canada. A few seasons ago, like season 37, 38, we started allowing Canadians on the show. And she's like the 3rd or 4th Canadian. So
I'm fine with that. We do that on The Bachelor.
Okay. And after Erica was Heather she's 52, from Charleston, South Carolina, stay-at-home mom. Heather Aldrett.
Wow. I wrote old. She has the exact same note I wrote for Abraham.
She's 2 years older than Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
I think she looks a little younger than Abraham.
She has a large face.
Fair. Large hair, too. Large blonde hair.
Yep.
I don't know. I thought Heather seemed cool. I liked her on the mat. Like her little, I don't know. I feel like she talked to Jeff. Seemed nice. All right. Nasir. You hate Nasir, I guess? 36, Morgan Hill, California, sales manager.
If you give me a character where you're having a subtitle, all the fucking dialogue.
It's like JT. Watch Tocantins. I bet JT's the same way.
Really? All right.
Me and Steven, I'm going to take a final two with Steven.
Don't cast people I can't fucking understand.
Wow. Damn. A real, like, hey, speak English, motherfucker. Take from Daniel.
Yeah. Listen.
America.
No one listens to this show. I'm just going to be honest about my feelings and opinions.
I watch with subtitles. I don't care.
Oh,
I understood him fine anyway.
I didn't. I every time this year was on screen, I had to make sure I was focused. All
Damn.
right, what's this fucker saying now?
This
All right.
fucker. Wow, really, really against Nasir. All right, next is Sydney. We sort of talked about her. You're not into Sydney, not that much.
She uses her dad's credit card.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. She also mentioned her retainer. Like, gotta have my retainer for the trip. My retainer in the credit
Like
card.
Heidi.
That's all that matters. Heidi Strobel.
Yeah.
Is that her name? Heidi Strobel. I feel like you said that
Yeah.
recently, and it sounded weird to me.
I did say that, but am I wrong? Is that not her last name?
I think it's right. It just sounded weird. Because isn't
Anyway.
it something else now? She's married.
Well, I don't think she's married anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think they got divorced.
Oh, no, you're right. I mean, I didn't check on the divorce. But that is our cast. We start out, we do a challenge on the boat. Oh, first off, we see Jeff hide a beware advantage. That doesn't come into play, but we will learn more about that.
What is it?
If you pick it up, it says if you open this, you have to deal with the consequences. You can either open it and deal with the consequences, or you can leave it here. So now you have a decision. And then if you open it, it's like, all right, you've lost your vote until you can complete this task. And then once you do it, you get your vote back and usually an idol or an extra vote or something. So I don't love the beware advantage, but
honestly,
this whole time.
I tuned out. I didn't even
That's
listen
fine.
to what you just said. I can't stand all this bullshit.
I agree. But I do like the shot in the dark. I think that's a cool twist. If you're going home, just do it. But you instead of voting, you decide to play that. You have a 1 in 6 shot at safety. We've seen a few people be saved by it.
I think it's interesting. I'm reserving judgment till I see it played out. But you know what I don't like to do? We're still doing that thing where you have to make fire at final 2 or whatever.
That's right. It's at final 4. So. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I missed the final 2.
Yeah.
I think Cagayan was the last final 2. And remember how epic that worked out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we don't do it. Well, I know why we don't do it, but it's stupid. They also mentioned the game within the game, which we get nothing about in this episode, but I guess we'll learn more about. I don't even remember that. I think that was like
SurvivorGWG.com.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was just an online thing. I wrote down Evie got the first confessional though.
Oh, good for Evie.
I don't know if that's important, but there was Evie. Did you catch Tiffany said something that I hate in one of her first confessionals? I'm sure you hate this too, but she said, I was almost casted on a previous season.
Oh, yeah.
One of my big pet peeves. You see it a lot in reality TV Twitter. They're always like, I want this person casted.
I know. I hate that. People are so stupid, Logan. That's why you can't let them run the show. She was like an alternate for this season, right? Like she found out the last minute that she was going on.
I think maybe she had been alternates for past seasons.
Oh, okay.
Like before, and then the pandemic happened, and then now and then like 40 happened, which was returning players, and so she's just been waiting and waiting. Like how Dick was like supposed to be on Big Brother like 5 and 6, and then they did All Stars for 7, and then he finally got put on 8. She's like evil Dick a little bit.
God,
yeah.
If only he could have died of AIDS during that time period.
Yeah. Did you pop for drop the 4, keep the 1? When Jeff
no,
said that?
Of course not.
Oh, no? Oh, that's great. We learned the rules. 26 days, they get a pot, a machete, some flint. You like that. You like when people suffer. We don't get any rice this season.
I mean, I haven't seen them suffer yet. They haven't even covered on the show what they're eating or how.
Right. Maybe they don't eat anything.
They gotta be eating something.
We'll see. It's something to be excited about for you. We see
all we get is strategy.
No, we get a few backstory. Brad's dad also died. He used to work with him on the farm, but then he got cancer and died a week before he came out.
Oh, that's right. We did get that.
Devastating news.
Yeah, we got a little. It's become a little bit American Idol-y with that kind of stuff. Like we're gonna try and make you cry with the backstories. These fuckers.
We should cast more pants on the grounds, though. We don't need always a sad story.
Yeah, get a Will Hung out there.
Pants on the ground. Maybe that's what like Sydney's for. She's our pants on the ground.
She's hot.
Oh, Sydney and
I feel like to normal people, Sydney and Shan are the hot ones.
You don't think Sarah was hot? I feel like Sarah was pretty hot.
Oh, she's cute.
Oh, difference. Who are you, LJ?
Yeah, I'm LJ.
See, there's a difference between cute and hot. By the way, he was
Mhm.
totally right about that. I remember him getting some heat about that. He's totally right. I mean, that's the same about
It,
men too. I'm sure there's the same
it's
about like
not
hot men and cute men.
yeah, it's not a thing like in general, but like the way he brought it up, describing like Morgan versus like
Jeffra
yeah,
or
like that.
Alexis, whoever it
That's
was.
definitely a thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it is. Evil, hot people can be evil. Cute people aren't typically evil that way. They can be, I guess. But we do
They
the thing
can.
savvy or sweat. Where you had to pick, do you want to solve the triangles or do you want to
It's
go
just all this kind of shit. Savvy or sweat. Uh, which way are you gonna spin the pirate wheel? Well, just fucking go out there for 3 days, play a challenge, vote some people out. Jesus Christ. It's like pulling teeth just trying to get them to do Survivor.
Yeah, that should be a challenge. You have to pull your own teeth out. But we get Voce and Xander doing it for their tribe, and we got Deshaun and Danny doing it for their tribe. And I noticed Xander had some big nipples. Did you notice this?
I actually did.
He has some really big nipples. It's crazy.
He's got some puffsters.
Wow, puffsters.
Yeah.
We should call him Puff Daddy. Oh wait, we can't do that.
Oh, I don't think we should.
Ricard says he never wanted to get married. This could be your story. He never wanted to get married, and then he met somebody, and then 37 days later they were married.
Yeah. See, it's
That could
not
be
my
you.
story though because he did want to be a father. He was trying to adopt and be a single father, which he did. By the way, the kid they showed is fucking adorable. But
I thought you were gonna be mean just now.
no, not listen. I'm only mean about shit that I should be mean about. But you know, but so that she married.
By the way, he said the guy was like real strong. He was like, I saw him catch a football. He was real strong. And then I showed a picture of him, and I was like, I think I didn't look that strong. But whatever.
Well, it's so it's a man who's a man now, but had been a woman.
Right, and he's pregnant also. Why are you laughing?
How? Listen, no. Just hear me out. As a trans man, how do you feel like a man if you're pregnant?
Afterward, he will.
Afterwards, he's just taking a break for 9 months.
Well, he's doing this to better their family, and then afterward, he'll be like, "All right, now it's over." I don't even know. You're asking me to get in the mind of something I don't really understand.
All right.
I'm guessing. We learned about the pre-Viver stuff. That was sad. Shan's song was awesome.
Sydney, sounds like something out of Minority Report, right?
The song did
pre-Viver.
Oh, that's that's true. What is that? Precog. Sydney killed some crabs. I thought that was fun. None of these, some of these people are like really uninteresting to me. Abraham was really uninteresting.
Sydney took a break from her usual giving out crabs and decided to kill a few crabs.
What is that? We go on that journey.
That was an STD joke.
No, I got that. But like, can you just shave if you have crabs? Is that a thing? Just shave it?
I'm sure that helps. I'm sure you have to.
Where do they go if you shave?
I don't know, man.
Like shave and then shower and then they're gone, right?
I think you have to like keep checking. There might be eggs and shit.
Oh, like inside you?
I don't know about inside you, but just around. Too small to see. I don't know.
Holy shit.
Microscopic.
Wow. I didn't ask about the size of your penis.
Good one.
They go on the journey. They're like, hey, who wants to does anyone want to volunteer? We got Danny volunteers because nobody else will. Xander volunteers, and then JD seemed to win like a random game.
They do a rock draw.
Rock draw, that's right. And so those three guys, I like Danny lying, says it was crazy, by the way, they all thought he was a football player. They were like, yeah, all of us on our tribe think you're a football player. Like, what a weird thing to think for somebody, especially because like football players wear helmets half the time. You don't know what they would look like, so you probably wouldn't have seen him. But anyway, he says he stopped in college. He said I was a walk on at LSU, which is very funny to also say you're a walk on, which I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's
he's
true
just
or
trying to
not.
downplay it as much as possible.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
really
that you
going
get a
for it.
lot of walk-ons at LSU.
That's true. That's a great point, Daniel. And then also go to the majors after that. That's very impressive. But JD, he says, I used to run track. And then Danny says, oh, you're the guy we should be worried about, which I thought was also funny from Danny. Danny's really trying, like, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
But we get protect or risk. And we learn later what they all do, I guess. But
Move on.
They come back and
get me out of this.
I like Xander, though. He comes back and he first of all, he risked his vote only so that he could be honest, basically, so that he could come back and say, yeah, I risked it, because they're going to assume he risked it. Like, no one's going to assume you come back and played it safe. I like that. That's very smart.
Xander does the best of the three back at camp. At JD does the worst. I think Danny's fine.
Danny's just told the truth. I didn't do anything weird. I fully agree with you. JD was like doing bad, like with the setup. Like he was taking forever to get to the.
Oh, his whole thing with like the hair, dude. That is not a good look.
I'm voting you out, bro. Anyway, so yeah, and then we get. Ricard changes his mind. We go back to the challenge, and Ricard says, "Oh yeah, Jeff. By the way, I actually don't like come on in, guys. We should not do that anymore."
And so actually, he loves coming in, guys, and impregnating them.
Valid, but for this instance, he says, "Let's change the phrasing." Not very cool, and I don't think Jeff's come back to it since then.
So. Wow!
Ricard should be on Game Changers because Ricard
he changed the game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we introduced the shot in the dark. You get a 17% chance. Voce later says
16.7%.
Don't say that either. I'm also voting you out, Voce, if you say that. And then we get the challenge. We get blue wins. That's Luvu. Shout out to them. Both the other two tribes go to tribal council.
They're my boy.
A blue.
Yeah.
What do you think about this twist? When you lose the challenge, you have to give up your flint.
Oh, I sort of like that.
It also makes it harder. Yeah, you have to go back to camp.
Fuck you, dude.
I'm not sure if you get it back after tribal. Sometimes Jeff like throw it back to you, like here you go. I don't remember, but we go to the vote. Anything like before the vote, it's between Abraham and Tiffany on one side, and seemed like Sarah and JD on the other side.
It felt like Sarah was going home.
I agree with that.
That one, like it felt like
both of them like they were shut cases. They were both like 5-1.
Were they even
Sarah was 4-1 to 1. Abraham was 5-1.
Damn. Oh yeah. No, that's it was the reverse. Yeah, Abraham was the one that seemed like a gimme. Like everyone just wanted him to go.
I thought both did.
Sarah had like some defenders, but I think ultimately, yeah, they played her.
Yeah, especially Shan. Like, don't play your shot. No need to do that.
So fucked up.
Shan or Sarah has to be walking out of that like, damn, Shan, you fucking straight up lied to me. That would suck. But
well, she lies to people on a regular basis because her job is telling people that like there's a loving God out there who exists and has your best interest at heart.
That's true. She is a straight up liar. Goddamn. Any predictions? Who's gonna go home next?
I don't know. I don't remember. And I was looking at the board. And it's like I can't even imagine one of these people being a Survivor winner.
Well, somebody's got to. That's crazy. Come
on. I was gonna say Ricard.
As what? He'll go home next, or he's the winner?
No, I think he could win.
Oh, okay, but who's gonna go home next? So Ricard the winner.
Yeah, Ricard's my winner. Next up, well, I don't know because the two people go home every week now, right?
Well, look at I'm thinking the blue tribe looks strong. They have Danny and Deshawn and Nasir.
Yeah.
And they have Erica. She seems like she's got some endurance. And
look,
Sydney.
If they somehow lose, they're going to send home Heather.
Or Nasir. Nasir could be causing some trouble.
I could see Deshawn.
Why? He doesn't seem like a trouble.
but Nasir got him in trouble for the thing, and he's
You'd rather
they're
vote him
gonna
out than Danny.
exactly, yeah. Um, let's see. This one, you send home. I don't
Maybe
know.
Tiffany if they go back. We'll just since
Who's? Oh
we
yeah,
already
yeah,
voted
yeah.
out Abraham,
She
we'll just
she
vote out
was
Tiffany.
already in the conversation there.
Yeah.
And then on this tribe, I guess Jeannie's probably worried.
All right. So Jeannie, Tiffany, or Deshaun going out next, and Ricard is going to be the winner. All right.
Yes.
And Xander's going to date Andrea Belke.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
That's no mean feat.
No.
He's much younger than her,
He
isn't
is.
he?
Yeah. 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 He's 20 this season.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
that
she
means
was like
he's like 20,
30 in like
25 now. He's like younger
yeah.
than me, probably.
Andrea Belke's got to be like my age.
Yeah. That'd be like if me and you were dating, is what that would be like.
Gross.
I agree, Daniel. You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah,
Uh, that's it. That's Survivor. We're loving it.
well, we're tolerating it. The comp beasts have spoken.
Oh wait, should we do? They merge in episode 6. So should we do 2, 3, 4, 5 next?
Yes.
Okay. So 4 episodes, and that'll be next Monday.
Yeah.
All right. So 4 episodes by next week, and that'll be the pre-merge. But
Mm-hmm.
until next time, the tribe has spoken.
Pre-Viver.